Hello, my name is Jimmy Murray.
Hello, my name is Gabe Lyden.
Hi, my name is Steven Rojeda, and this is Channel 14 News. And on today's topic, we're going to be discussing about concussions.
A concussion, according to Center of Disease Control and Prevention, is a type of traumatic brain injury, or TBI, caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head.
The reason we had decided to choose this topic as a group is because all three of us are physically active and are involved in contact sports and want to learn more about what it is.
As a group, we all play football, and the average number of concussions that occur yearly in high school football is 11.2 concussions out of 10,000 games and practices. But at a collegiate level, it's around 6.3 concussions out of the 10,000 games and practices.
It is estimated that as many as 3.8 million concussions occur in the U.S. per year during competitive and sports and recreational activities. However, as many as 50% of concussions go unreported and untreated. Short-term effects include loss of memory and fatigue. Amnesia may or may not follow loss of consciousness. Not only that, the symptoms include loss of balance or dizziness.
Long-term effects of concussions are that the vast majority of people see any symptoms resolve within a few weeks. Only about 20% of people might suffer from post-concussion syndrome, where they continue to experience symptoms after 6 weeks. However, the more concussions you get, the more likely you are to suffer from the long-term consequences, especially if you don't give your brain enough time to heal between injuries. If you do not rest the suitable amount of time, you can have permanent brain damage.
Rest is the most appropriate way to allow your brain to recover from a concussion. Your and most doctors would recommend that physically and mentally to rest from a concussion recovery.
The major signs of concussion may include headache, a feeling of pressure in the head, temporary loss of consciousness, nausea, slurred speech, dizziness, delayed response, and/or ringing in the ears.
To limit the amount of contact during practices, teach athletes proper techniques and ways to avoid hits to the head. Keep a close eye on athletes in positions that are at increased risk for concussions to help you spot potential concussions. Enforce rules of the sport for fair play, safety, and sportsmanship.
Well, the other day I had the chance to interview my doctor, Dr. Collins, about this topic, and I got the chance to ask you just some of the simpler questions that most people would ask about concussions and this topic overall.
How you doing?
Hi, Marty Collins.
How you doing? This is Steven, Deanna's son.
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Good. I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to take this interview.
No problem. What's up?
Alright, so I'm just interviewing you for Health Project, just to ask you about some questions about concussions.
Okay.
Alright, so just the first question I have to ask is, how many patients do you regularly treat daily and on a yearly basis that come in with a concussion?
Well, I'm a cardiologist, so that wouldn't be my area of expertise. So I wouldn't say I treat personally a lot of patients that come to me directly for that. But I've certainly had patients who've had concussions and issues that also have heart issues that come in.
Oh, okay.
So it's not my area of expertise. So people wouldn't come to me directly for a concussion. They'll go to a neurologist or their regular for that.
All right. So the people that would like sometimes maybe come to you that have other things, how would you be able to tell they have a concussion?
You have to ask. You can't tell usually unless they tell you. Because unless they've recovered, if they came to me right after the incident, you can usually tell because they're having headaches and then they have some confusion and they may have difficulty focusing. And most importantly is if they had an accident or an injury, did they lose consciousness at the time of the event?
Okay. But when What would you think would be the difference between like a mild or a very serious concussion, or like how would it just?
I think the biggest thing is that they lose consciousness. If someone lost consciousness, that is, they got knocked out. That is going to be the most serious of concussions. And then, second of all, the less serious would be, do they continue to have headaches or difficulty concentrating after the event?
Okay. But what are the most like common age groups that come in with one, that are diagnosed with one?
It's going to be most likely more younger, teenagers, younger adults, football injuries, skiing type things. More likely going to be hockey, that kind of thing. So mostly young adults, sort of older teenagers.
Oh, okay. What would you suggest for a person that would sustain a concussion? The best thing to do?
The most important thing is rest, and take time off from the sport. If it's a sports type injury, you have to take time off from the sport, and you have to make sure that you are fully recovered before you go back to the sport.
Okay. Well, that's basically all the questions I had to ask, and I just want to say thank you again for taking the time out of your day to answer them.
Oh, you're welcome. What's the project for?
It's just for like just concussions overall for my health class. We were just asking, doing like a simple thing, cause
Got it.
my whole group we all play football, so we all go through it. I've had a concussion before, and they've just overall it's just something we wanted to go over and like discuss because it's like a big part.
Well, good luck, and I actually think that football, being a team sport member is hugely important, and I think it's very helpful. But I do think that I've taken care of. I had a guy that played for the New York Giants who I took care of, who had multiple concussions, and he died actually quite young from heart issues and other issues. But I'm sure that the concussions had a long-term effect on him and all. So yeah, you're right. You got to be very careful and all.
Well, yet again, thank you, and it was nice talking to you.
Well, you're welcome, and if you come up with more questions, you're always welcome to call.
All right, thank you.
And good luck on the project.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.